Can we please stop assuming that practicing yoga in a studio is automatically better? A lot of people believe that if you're not in a studio getting corrected in real time, that you're missing out. And yes, having an in-person support can be genuinely very helpful. But in a class with 20 other different people with different age, skill levels, bodies, experiences, I'm sorry to say, you're usually getting a very general guidance, not a personal feedback. And so cues like engage your core or relax your shoulders or bend your knees, those cues are helpful and relevant, but they're not the same as having somebody watching your body, knowing your strength, your capacity, your levels, even your past injuries, or how you actually feel on a day and adjust the practice specifically to you. That level of attention usually happens in one-on-one settings, not in a studio class. And I say this as someone who has taught in the studios for the past 10 years. I love studio classes. They have the energy, the community, the shared atmosphere. However, I have also practiced yoga for the past 18 years, and a lot of that practice has happened at home. So I understand the value of both. And if you are a busy woman with many competing priorities, getting to a yoga studio can very quickly become an afterthought. Let me explain. Missing a class because of some sort of logistics, it's pretty much one of the most common reasons why people fall off. At home, well-rounded 30 minutes practice removes a lot of the pressure. You have no traffic, no planning around the timetable of the studio. There is no rushing to get there. You pretty much fit a practice around your life, and then you get on back to your day. Second advantage you have when you practice at home is that you can pick one teacher, and I truly urge you to pick one teacher and stay with them for a month at least, if not 2. What happens is you start to know their style, you understand their language, you get used to how they cue. That familiarity makes the practice easier to come back to. And when it's easier to come back to, the more consistent you become. And I hear you say you get distracted when you practice at home. Absolutely. At home, there is a washing machine, there is a dog, there are 1,000 other things that are asking for your attention. But a studio has distractions too. There are 20 other bodies, 20 other paces, and it is very easy to start actually comparing your practice to the person next to you. And that comparison creates a pressure that has nothing to do with your actual practice. At home, you get to meet yourself where you actually are that day. Brain is scattered, keep it simple. You got more energy, stay longer. So no, practicing yoga at home, it's not second best, and yoga in a studio is not automatically better. The value of your practice was never about the room you are in. It is always whether it supports your body in a way it actually keeps you coming back.